What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about not only one of the most complicated questions you could ask someone, but also one of the most important questions you could ask someone when you first meet them, which is, what is your favorite movie? And if you don't understand why, then keep watching, because I'm about to explain why. Alright, also, before we get into this video, I would like to say I am going to be rating some of my favorite movies at the end, so stay tuned for that. Why? Well, first of all, it's 12 a.m. in the morning, so obviously I'm thinking about stupid stuff to film, and also I'm watching one of my favorite stupid videos I've ever filmed, which is me talking about the best numbers in the world. And obviously my opinion is right, so go watch that video if you haven't, because it's a very important video that you should watch. But what's more important is asking someone their favorite movie when you first meet them, because if they have an answer for you, it tells you a lot about them. For example, if someone says their favorite movie is the Grand Budapest Hotel, or anything by that creator or that director, what is his name? Wes Anderson. I can automatically tell you we are not gonna get along. Why?
I hate him. No.
Okay, wait, that's a really strong word, okay? Please, Wes Anderson, do not blacklist me from any of your movies. You know, like a job is a job. I will be in your films in the future if you want me to. Please hire me. But I don't like your films. I don't. I think your stylistic choices are insane, and they weird me out, and I don't understand any of your movies. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Fight me in the comments, if you will. I will never like a Wes Anderson movie, and if you want to try that, try me, or test me on that, test me. I've seen quite a few, and I have not liked any of them. And I have been forced to watch every single one of them. Actually, the only one I was not forced to watch was the Grand Budapest Hotel, but I also, forced myself to sit through that because I was trying to understand what was so great about it. And at the end of it, I just wasted, 3 hours of my life. Also, not to mention that I had to rewatch it 3 times because I got bored. And then I just paused the movie and walked away. Also, it tells you a lot about a person because, like I said, it's one of the most complicated questions ever. There's millions of movies out in this world, and to choose one to specifically be your favorite is so difficult. Humans are so indecisive, and so if someone knows their favorite movie, automatically, they're more indecisive than regular people, and they know what they're talking about, and I don't know the word, but just they clearly have their shit together. And I'm not saying that because I have a favorite movie, which is 22 Jump Street, in case you're wondering, but I'm saying that because a lot of the people you will ask what their favorite movie is, they can't give you one answer. They can give you multiple. And actually, I think if they give you multiple, that will tell you even more about the person. But one movie is just enough to know a lot about the person. For example, my favorite movie is 22 Jump Street. Take that, what you want with that, do what you want with that information. Personally, if I were to tell you what I think that says about me, I think it says I am easily entertained. Not complicated at all, because that movie's not complicated at all. I'm just looking for a good laugh, a good time. Also, I noticed a lot of my favorite movies are based around the world of cops, detectives, and FBI, which could say a lot about me too. I mean, I do have a serious interest, and I do think in the future life I might be a cop, and if I quit acting, that is a thought of my mind. I could become a cop. Do I think I will ever actually do that? No. It scares me how much danger cops are put in every day, but I think it would be a really cool job, and I would love to play a cop in a movie or a series, or be in one of a movie like that, and I think that says a lot about me. Anyway, that, honestly, I think I just, explained the whole question, but I think it's a really important thing to ask someone, because what your favorite movie is is a make or break thing. Like I said, if your favorite movie is Wes Anderson, ugh. Also, it's like, it's almost like when you ask someone, oh my gosh, have you seen this movie? I can name a list of movies that if you haven't seen, I can immediately tell you, first of all, something's wrong with you. And second of all, if you haven't watched them or you do watch them and you don't end up liking them, we're not going to get along. I literally, like, there's so many movies that I can, like, name, and I'm about to name them, in case you were wondering. But there's so many movies that I could name that if you haven't seen them and you are the same age as me, buddy, what are you doing with your life? Why am I actually getting so heated over this? But, like, seriously, if you haven't seen role models in your life, what are you doing? If you haven't seen 21 Jump Street, what are you doing? Let alone if you haven't seen 22 Jump Street. And that definitely is because that's my favorite movie. But I don't care. What are other movies? I love the Ride Along series. I love those 2 movies. I think they're great. What are other stupid movies that I like? Oh, The Hangover. That's like, you have to watch that at some point in your life. Superman. I'm sorry. The word is on the wall, and I said Superman. Spider-Man. Oh my gosh. That's another thing. Someone's favorite Spider-Man says a lot about them. Okay? Toby, Andrew, or Tom? Which one is yours? Let me know down below. Honestly, they're all good choices, but personally, I like the Amazing Spider-Man the most. Actually, no, that's a lie. I like the animated one. The animated one has got to be my favorite out of the 4 different ones, I guess. I don't know how, like, universes. We're gonna say universes because they're different universes. I think Spider-Man, the animated one, has to be my favorite universe out of all of them. But before that existed, it was definitely Andrew's Spider-Man. That was my favorite. And that's a very unpopular opinion. I don't know why I prefer Andrew's the most, but I just like, I don't know. It's my favorite. Speaking of that, Tom Holland, there's a new Spider-Man that was just like announced the other day. A brand new day? Something like that. I don't know. With that being said, I just saw the new Superman, and that was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cute. I loved the ending. Oh my gosh. I watched that movie, and spoiler alert ahead if you haven't seen it yet, but the little montage of him and his family, like his human family. Oh my gosh, that was adorable. This video is really long. I don't care. What are some other movies that, like, we are not, like, I honestly don't understand what's wrong with you if you haven't seen them. I'm looking at my books because I have, oh my gosh. No. I was about to say The Summer I Turned Pretty, but, like, no. I don't care if you've seen that or not. But if you're not Team Conrad, there's something wrong with you. The Shining, I really enjoy that movie. That actually for the longest time was my favorite movie, and then I switched to 22 Jump Street. But that's a close runner-up. However, I'm not, like, now that I've read half of the book, I'm not as big of a fan of it as I used to be. What else? Oh, Batman. If you haven't seen Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, buddy, what are you doing with your life? What's the, like, there's also some other movies out there that I'm like, you don't necessarily have to watch them, but, like, I really enjoyed the Detective Pikachu movie. I don't know why, but I did. What's some other movies? I said role models. Oh my gosh, Superbad. If you haven't seen Superbad, what the actual hell is wrong with you? I'm sorry, I was trying not to swear there, and it just, like, turned out to just make me look like a loser. But, like, seriously, you haven't seen Superbad, you haven't seen role models, you haven't seen 22 Jump Street, you haven't seen The Hangovers, any of them. There's more. Oh my gosh. What? Oh my god. Neighbors. That's a good one. That's a really good one. What the hell is the one with the 4 of the guys? Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore 2 just came out. That's good. Movie. What is... Why can I not remember? Grown Ups. that was Grown-Ups. I don't know why I couldn't remember it. I have a list on my computer now. Yes, I don't have my iPad. I'm very sad. It's charging. This is the end. The interview. Listen, you don't have to see the interview, but just know that it's really funny and just know that it's there and you should watch it. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, that's not gonna make or break our relationship. However, I think it's a good movie that you should watch. Old School. Old School's a really random one. I don't think you have to watch it in order for it to also be a make or break, but I do think it's a really funny movie. I said Neighbors. Neighbors 2 wasn't quite as good, but like I still enjoyed it. White Chicks. If you have not seen White Chicks, I don't know what is wrong with you, but like, what are you doing with your life? I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. Go watch that. Yeah. I don't know. Those are just like, honestly, I'm really into the comedy movies. All of those like basic comedy movies that are really simple. Those are like the movies that I really enjoy. And I honestly, those are all the movies that I'm like, I don't understand how you have gone your whole life without watching these movies. I literally grew up with all these movies, and you're telling me you haven't even watched them? Some of these people haven't even heard of. The amount of times I've said 21 or 22 Jump Street, and people are like, huh? What? But you've heard of the Mr. Fantastic Fox? That's what it's called, right? You've heard of Grand Budapest Hotel? Like, what? Please, get some help. Enjoy life a little. Grand Budapest Hotel. I don't even understand. I don't even remember what the hell that point of the movie was. I just remember a pink hotel and an elevator with a guy in it, and him running up to someone and being and then running away. And I only remember that because I've seen it on TikTok a million times. With people being like, this is why Wes Anderson is one of them. This has just turned into a Wes Anderson hate video. Hate. I don't hate him, but I don't like his style choice. I don't like his stylistic choice. I don't like the way his movies and I don't look, and I don't understand why so many people like his videos or movies. It just doesn't click in my brain. You know what else I don't understand is another tying into like why someone's favorite movie can say so much about them is if their favorite movie is like something like Oppenheimer or something extremely serious. Like, and oh my gosh, if they have Letterboxd and they give all the really comedy movies that I just mentioned like 2 stars because the film, it looked like this was bad and this was bad. Bitch, please. 2 seconds ago, I was trying not to swear, and I just said, who cares? But, like, live a little. Not every movie has to be serious. I don't understand that. A lot of people like to hate on movies just to hate, or just because they're not serious. And I'm like, guys, it's not that deep. At the end of the day, we're all gonna die. Just enjoy the movie. Just because that shot didn't look right, or the script is a little off. Like, I was about to say, or the acting is bad. Listen, I can't handle that anymore as an actor myself. When the acting is bad, I notice when actors are acting now, and it really bothers me when actors are acting now. That might not make sense to you if you aren't an actor, but like, when you can notice that an actor's performance, like when you can notice that an actor is actively acting, that's when I go, I noticed it in the show The Bear the other day, and it really threw me off. That show is amazing, though. But it just, like, it was kind of like, I didn't like it. And it threw me off. And then it was a static shot, and here I go, being all serious about it. But it's because I'm a performer, so I noticed that kind of stuff. My mom didn't notice it, but I did. Yeah. I guess the point is, you can tell a lot about someone's favorite movie if they're serious, if they're not serious, how complicated they are, especially if they have multiple favorite movies. I think that makes them a little bit more complicated as a person, because they can't exactly also make up their mind. But it also can tell you if they have more than one person, like it can also like represent more than one personality trait. For example, I could say that 2 of my favorite movies are The Shining and 22 Jump Street. There's a comedy side of me, but there's also like a darker side of me, or more scary side of me. I mean, I'm also just like really into paranormal stuff and ghost stuff, so like that's why I like it so much. But yeah, at the end of the day, asking someone what their favorite movie is a really important question to get to know someone. And it is also a very good conversation starter, especially if they say Wes Anderson. Any Wes Anderson movie. You could just be like, why though? Because, like, seriously, why? I don't get it. Anyway. Yeah. This is the video. I can't believe I just ranted about movies for 20 minutes. I thought this was going to be a cute 11-minute video. I don't think it is. I think it's... Let's take a guess right now. 18 minutes and 18 seconds. That's how long it's going to be. Anyway, who cares? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're seeing this sometime soon and not in 2 months. It's currently August 6th. And yeah, please like, please subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video. If not, I'm sorry. It's probably because you like Wes Anderson. I'm sorry if you like Wes Anderson, but clearly there's something wrong with you. Yeah. I'm gonna go to bed now. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, do all of that jazz, please, please. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.